The street festival thrived with energy, its alleys alive with the rhythmic beat of live music and the scent of sizzling street food. Lucia Luisa de la Cruz stood before a towering wall, her brushstrokes weaving a story of heritage, resilience, and identity. Her mural was bold, a testament to the struggles and triumphs of her Filipino ancestry, and festival goers gathered to admire the intricate details coming to life in rich, vibrant hues. The festive mood shifted when Officer Xavier Wilson made his way through the crowd. His sharp gaze locked onto Luisa, his mouth twisting into a sneer. The murmurs quieted as he stepped forward, standing rigidly behind her. "You got a permit for this?" he asked, his voice thick with authority. Luisa barely spared him a glance, focused on the contours of her work. "It's a community event," she replied evenly. "All artists here were invited to contribute." Wilson scoffed, crossing his arms. "Yeah? Well, this doesn't look like art to me. More like a mess." His voice carried, drawing gasps from those nearby. Luisa stopped painting. She turned to face him, her expression unreadable, but the flicker of hurt in her eyes was unmistakable. "It's my culture, my people's story," Wilson chuckled derisively. "Your people? Maybe keep this kind of thing in your own backyard." Before we continue this story, let us know where you're watching from. If you enjoy stories like this, subscribe to the channel, because tomorrow we have another special story for you. The air tensed. The gathered crowd bristled at the blatant insult, whispers of discontent growing louder. Someone in the audience raised their phone, the red recording light blinking steadily. Miguel Reyes, standing a few feet away, had seen enough. A local activist and blogger, he recognized injustice when he saw it. With a swift motion, he began broadcasting the incident live. "Everyone, take a good look. This is what we're still dealing with today," he said to the camera. Disrespect, discrimination, and the attempt to silence cultural expression. The video spread like wildfire. Within hours, social media exploded with outrage. Hashtags emerged, demanding accountability. More footage surfaced of Officer Wilson exhibiting similar behavior in past encounters, solidifying a troubling pattern. The mayor's office was inundated with calls for action. Under immense pressure, the police department announced an immediate investigation into Wilson's conduct. By the next day, he was placed on administrative leave pending review. Meanwhile, Luisa found herself at the heart of a movement. Messages of solidarity poured in from artists, activists, and supporters across the country. Elena Cruz, a well-known gallery owner, reached out, offering her space for an exhibition featuring Luisa's work and that of other marginalized artists. The festival, initially tainted by discrimination, transformed into a beacon of resilience. A rally for cultural appreciation and artistic freedom was organized, drawing an even larger crowd than before. What began as an attempt to diminish a young artist's work had, in the end, amplified her voice beyond what anyone had anticipated. The community's collective resistance forced a broader conversation on systemic bias and police reform. Training sessions on cultural sensitivity were implemented, ensuring that law enforcement officers understood the communities they served. Luisa, standing before her completed mural, felt the weight of the moment. Though the sting of Wilson's words lingered, they were ultimately overshadowed by the overwhelming support she received. Her art remained untouched, a symbol of defiance and a reminder that culture and creativity could never be erased.